Hello, everyone. Thank you for joining us today. I'm Çağan Arı here in Istanbul. I'm the head of business development and program management in Bentego Technology. And I have Alejandro today joining from Barcelona from NeuralTrust. Hi, Alejandro. Good afternoon. How are you?
Hi, everyone. Good afternoon. Really good. Thanks again.
So it's a sunny but cold day in Istanbul, approaching to end of November. How about Barcelona?
It's really cold in here as well. So it's sunny, but it's cold. Yeah.
Okay, I can see that. All right. If you allow me, Alejandro, I will switch to Turkish and I will start my presentation in Turkish, and then I will hand over to you and we will continue in English. Okay?
Makes sense. I'm trying to learn something in Turkish, but I'm not there yet. So
yes. You will soon visit Istanbul, so you need to get prepared from now.
I know.
Okay.
I know.
Tekrar merhaba herkese, hoş geldiniz. Bugünkü webinarimizde size Bentego ve NeuralTrust işbirliğini anlatacağız ve tanıtacağız. Burada ben başlarken kısaca size Bentego'yu tanıtmak istiyorum. Sloganımızdan da anlaşılacağı üzere odağına büyük veriyi koymuş olan ve veriyi değere dönüştüren bir firma Bentego Teknoloji. Çoğunuz tanıyorsunuz, biliyorsunuz zaten Bentego'yu. Next slide please. Evet. Odağımızda büyük veri var dedik. 2009 yılında kuruldu Bentego. Eskişehir Anadolu Üniversitesi içerisindeki Teknopark'ta. Ve Türkiye'nin ilk ticari büyük veri sistemini hayata geçirdi. Bunun dışında Türkiye'nin en kapsamlı büyük veri sistemlerine danışmanlık yapmakta. Ve Bentego olarak telekom sektörüne, finans ve üretim sektörüne hizmet vermekteyiz. Kendi büyük veri sistemimiz mevcut. Müşteri odaklı yaklaşımımızla müşterilerimizden üst düzey müşteri memnuniyeti geri dönüşleri almaktayız. Türkiye dışında Romanya, Azerbaycan ve Kuveyt'te de projelerimiz ve operasyonlarımız olduğu zaman içerisinde. Next, please. Eskişehir Anadolu Üniversitesi Teknopark içerisinde yer aldığımızı belirtmiştim. Bu Teknopark ayrıcalıklarından yararlanıyoruz. Bunun dışında İstanbul ve Ankara'da irtibat bürolarımız ve ekiplerimiz yer almakta. Kasım 2025 itibariyle 75 kişilik bir uzman kadroya sahibiz. Bentego olarak çalışan memnuniyetine ve müşteri memnuniyetine çok büyük önem vermekteyiz. Çalışan memnuniyeti anlamında her yıl Best Workplace, Great Workplace ödülleri almaktayız. Next slide. Profesyonel hizmetlerimiz arasında uçtan uca anahtar teslim proje yönetimi başta gelmekte. Bunun içerisine danışmanlık hizmetini, operasyonel bakım desteği ve dış kaynak sağlamayı da ekleyebiliriz. Bizim uzun yıllardır sunduğumuz platform çözümlerinin başında Cloudera gelmekte, Big Data tarafında. Bunun yanı sıra Customer Journey dediğimiz pazarlama analitiği alanında Pega ve Evam'la uzun yıllardır çalışmaktayız. Ve açık kaynak büyük veri çözümleri sunuyoruz. Kendi akıllı doküman işleme çözümümüz olan Dökmen'de müşterilerimize sunduğumuz çözümler arasında. Tüm bunların eğitimlerini de sunmaktayız müşterilerimize. Next slide. Bentego tüm bu uzmanlığı, büyük veri alanındaki uzmanlığı, yurt içi ve yurt dışı proje tecrübeleriyle ve sahip olduğu yetenek havuzuyla, akademik bağlantıları sayesinde her zaman müşterileri tarafından tercih edilen bir şirket oldu. Şirket değerlerimiz arasında belirttiğim gibi müşteri memnuniyeti, çalışan gelişimi ve eğitimi ve asla topu yere düşürme yer almakta. Next slide please. Burada gördüğünüz üzere büyük müşterilerimiz arasında telekom sektöründe ki öncü firmalar, finans ve bankacılık sektörü, sigortacılık sektörü ve bunun dışında üretim sektöründen firmalar yer almakta. Bu firmalarımızla karşılıklı güvene dayalı güçlü bir iş ortaklığı modeli sürdürmekteyiz. Next please. Burada asıl bugünkü gündemimiz aslında bu geleneksel olarak sunmuş olduğumuz teknolojiler dışında bu yıl içerisinde yaptığımız atılımlarla partnerlerimizle büyüme stratejisi içerisine girdik ve yeni partnerler ekleyerek Bentego olarak daha da güçlü çözümler sunmaya başladık müşterilerimize ve farklı sektörlere yöneldik. Burada bugünkü gündemimiz bunlar arasında yapay zeka güvenliği ve yapay zeka yönetişimi anlamında ön plana çıkan İspanya kökenli NeuralTrust firması. Bildiğiniz gibi yapay zeka hem kişisel anlamda hayatlarımızın içerisinde hem iş hayatının hem akademinin hem devlet tarafında özellikle son 3-4 yıldır ciddi anlamda hayatın içerisinde yer almış durumda. Generative AI ile başlayıp agentic AI ile devam eden bir süreç, hepimizin bildiği konular. Burada yapay zeka artık veri üretmekten çıkıp tamamen bu süreçleri planlayan, execute eden ve aksiyon alan bir yapıya geçiş yapmakta. Dolayısıyla burada bunun güvenilirliği, sorumlu olması
Sagan, I think we lost you for a second. Maybe try to reconnect. Yeah, the things of live broadcasting, but Sagan is connecting in a second. Back, apologies for that. Okay, maybe yeah, let's start with the intro of NeuralTrust, and then we can finish with what Sagan was explaining. So about NeuralTrust, we are really excited to be announcing this partnership with Bentego. The idea is that all the clients in the Turkish region can access the best technology in terms of AI security, with the best local partner for integration, operations, and service related to AI security. Okay, so before explaining in a bit more detail what we do, I would like to show some video that we launched actually this Tuesday, announcing the release of our new products, the Guardian Agents. So yeah, let's put the video, please.
AI agents is not easy. Companies deploy thousands of AI agents, each with access to hundreds of tools. The risk surface is overwhelming. It's time to fight back. NeuralTrust gives security teams its own force of guardian agents. Stop complex attacks, data leaks, and escalation of privileges. Decide what tools and actions each agent can execute. Control all interactions between humans, agents, and tools. And scan AI systems and applications to spot vulnerabilities. With a threat database that is continuously updated, NeuralTrust integrates this and more in a platform that processes billions of requests every month. It uses purpose-built security agents to deliver the best performance with the lowest latency, and is agnostic across models, clouds, and integrations. Be on the front line of AI agents defense. Start securing your AI agents now.
Yeah, so after this introduction, I just wanted to give a bit of a glimpse on who we are at NeuralTrust. By the way, I am Alejandro, co-founder and CEO at NeuralTrust. We are a platform for AI security, recognized by the European Union as champions in the space, recognized by firms like Gartner in their AI security market guides. And we publish a lot of research also in relation to AI security, right? For example, some of the new attack methods like the echo chamber, which is right now the state of the art in terms of multi-turn attacks, have been found by our AI research team and now included in lists like the OWASP. We also own the agentsecurity.com, which is a knowledge hub where we share a lot of our research with the public. That is read by more than 20 million readers every month. Sagan, welcome back. I think you dropped for a second, but I was just getting started with that. So
Okay, good, Alejandro.
I don't know if you wanted to close a bit what you were saying.
No, I was about to close and I was dropped. So it's good to see you that you have already started. Please go ahead. Thank you.
Okay, perfect. So yeah, so that's a bit about us. We work with clients across the globe. We are headquartered in Barcelona, and we have also an office in New York City, and we cover clients in all the world from these locations. These are some of the clients we work with that include energy companies, airlines, banks, governments, consumer goods companies, etc. Right? Yeah, and then next slide. We have built a network of global partners in the Turkish region. As I was saying at the beginning, we are very pleased to work with Bentego, who help us basically in all the integration with the client, providing the local support and also all the operations related to the platform. Yeah, about our platform, we cover three main verticals of products. The first time is runtime security, which helps protecting the AI applications and agents in real time. It's a piece of software that we call generative application firewall that you put between the users and the LLM applications, and where you can apply all the security policies that are needed to ensure that these assets are working well in runtime. This includes the prompt guard. This is the most accurate and best performing prompt guard in the market right now that we have developed in-house, and things like the AI gateway, right? That has been recognized by Gartner as one of the top solutions in the space. The second vertical is agent security. We are one of we are at the forefront of agent security with things like the guardian agents, the posture of agentic AI assets, the MCP gateway to control the accesses, identities, etc. And then finally, the third vertical, more around the AI supply chain. So we look at everything that happens before going to production, like, for example, all the testing, the scanning of the models, and of course, all the observability needed to gain governance and compliance of the AI assets. Yeah, so why is that we exist, right? We created the company 3 years ago, seeing that the AI technology would be a technology that would change the world in many ways, but that it had a lot of risk also associated to it, okay? These are like the fifth main categories of risks that we observe in AI assets, okay? First one is prompt injections and input poisoning. So having a malicious actor trying basically to, through prompts, to get something out of the AI asset that you put in the public. The second one, hallucinations and harmful content. The LLMs, at the end of the day, they are predictive models, and they always give some kind of solution or some kind of response, but many times it's just made up, right? So it's not grounded on real data. So it's very important, especially when these agentic assets will be making decisions, that these decisions are based on what enterprises are looking to do and not something that has been made up. Excessive permissions and unsafe autonomy. So this is, for example, an agent going beyond what it's actually allowed to do and performing actions that could result in bad outcomes for the company. The fourth and very important one, data leakages. So at the end of the day, you will be providing these applications and agents to access to data that is many times confidential data, or that it may contain private information, for example, and that you want to protect. Of course, this also includes like the IP and the things like the system prompt, for example, be behind the applications and agents. And finally, we also look at the risk of ecosystem and supply chain risk. At the end of the day, enterprises rely on many third-party providers, and it's very important that the risks that are embedded in these third-party relationships are also controlled and governed from a security perspective. Okay. So, for example, if you use an MCP in the market, right, you want to make use. You want to make sure that it's safe, right, and you want to scan against different vulnerabilities that can appear. Yeah. On top of that, the volume of threats is escalating really rapidly. As you can see in this graph, it's going up dramatically, and it will continue to go up as more and more companies deploy more and more use cases. Mainly because of three reasons. First of all, attackers are using AI also to do the attacks, and this allows them to scale the volume of attacks that they do. Second one, and we see it every day, companies have a lot of pressure to introduce AI and start showing value and showcase the world that they are using AI for many things. But many times they end up putting things in production without the proper security. Okay, so my message here is always before launching in production any AI asset, make sure that you have checked all the security requirements for it. Otherwise, you are incurring a very high risk. And third is like the new attack vectors. The generative AI technology introduces a whole new frontier of risks related to natural languages. So the traditional cybersecurity solutions don't cover for this kind of risks. So these three reasons make that the current setting is really risky, and companies like us are helping enterprises basically be able to innovate and use the technology. We are bullish on AI technology. We want everyone to use it, but at the same time to do it in a responsible and safe way. Okay, we have developed a playbook to secure AI agents. That is a form of 5 key steps. Okay, I will be guiding you a bit on these 5 steps that you need to do in order to protect the AI assets. So let's go for the first one. The first step in the framework is to select safe models, protocols, and tools. Okay, it's very important to control this supply chain of the AI assets. Okay, and we provide solutions like the model code scanner, MCP scanner, the AI gateway. The idea is that, right now more than 15,000 LLM models are being used and more than 10,000 MCPs. in enterprise settings. Okay, and many times these are being used by developers in your company, and you may even not be aware about it. Okay, so being able to identify all the assets and then do a proper scanning and a risk assessment, it's key nowadays. Then the second step is to enforce identity and tool access controls. Okay, at the end of the day, agents will have autonomy to do actions and to make decisions, and you want to basically put guardrails on what they can do, and basically control which type of tools they can access, what kind of permissions they have. We need to check that the identity of the agent is the correct one to do it. So it's very important, and in this case, we use an MCP gateway. We create a synthetic MCP, basically, that allows to whitelist or deny list the different tools that the agents can access. And this, of course, limits the risk that you have with the agents. The third one, really important, is the protection in real time. No? So once you have the AI applications and agents in production, you want to control in real time all the interactions to make sure that nothing goes wrong. Okay, and here is where we have introduced the concept of guardian agents. These are agents that secure agents. Okay, so at the end of the day, the power of agentic AI needs to be controlled by also AI technology. Okay, we combine actually deterministic and non-deterministic guardrails to protect in real time. Right, so we also have like our models of prompt guards, behavior threat detection, bot detection, data masking, and the moderation policy engine. Okay, and all these solutions combined give you real-time protection of the AI assets. Okay, and then the fourth step is to ensure the compliance and oversight. You see that nowadays regulators are stepping up in terms of controlling, and making sure that the AI technology is being deployed across enterprise and government settings, and also in end customer settings with the safety that it requires. Of course, this makes enterprises have to, for example, keep all the traces of all the interactions, be able to provide evidences of compliance through the different frameworks. In Europe, for example, we have the EU AI Act and the EU AI Pact, which is very important because at the end of the day, sets the framework on any company operating in Europe needs to follow. So we, with our solutions, also provide all the support that companies need in order to ensure this compliance. And as I mentioned at the beginning, we are official partners of the European Union, so we align all the product also on these regulations, among other regulatory frameworks. And finally, the fifth step is to continuously validate and harden your agents. Okay, LLMs are non-deterministic systems. You want to be continuously testing these solutions. Okay, so not only before going to production, but also after going to production. Of course, anytime you make a major change, like changing the LLM provider that is behind an agent or an application, you want to test again, but also recurrently. We recommend at least once a month to run all the tests, and we provide a battery of more than 5,000 tests customized to every use case of our clients, and run. Basically, we try to test the system from every angle to identify vulnerabilities, and then you can continuously go and remediate and strengthen your applications and agents. Okay, so in summary, with these 5 steps, you achieve a comprehensive protection of all the AI assets. No? And then our solutions, this is a bit of a complicated view, but basically the idea is that we cover every single interaction between humans, tools, and agents, okay, to make sure that enterprises are protected. So they work all in combination. The platform has a lot of synergies between the different elements. So for example, when you do a testing, this fits into the governance tool, or when you identify any type of attack, you are able to block the users, log the consequences, etc. Perfect. After having said that, I wanted to showcase a couple of 3 use cases where we are working with clients and where we have achieved really good results. Okay, so to exemplify a bit what we do. The first one is with a banking client that has more than 2 million users, and that has been deploying 5 generative applications, 5 GenAI applications in the bank, okay, including public banking assistant, FAQ assistant, assistant for customers in terms of customer questions and transactional agents, okay? And they were really concerned about the security, reliability, and the multilingual consistency, okay? This is a very important point. Many times models can be safe in one language, but then unsafe in another one. It's very important to check against all the different languages that your customers are going to be using, okay? The approach was to deploy our solution both in runtime and threat detection to improve the safety of these 5 generative AI applications, okay? And then what were the results? So, for example, they had an issue with system prompt leakage. So when we tested the first time, we achieved 15 leaks, and after protecting it real time, this went to 0. So basically, we eliminated the risk of IP theft. Then they had a problem of hallucination, okay? And more than 6% of the responses contained hallucinations. When we put our runtime security tool, we were able, and also in combination with the functional testing, we were able to decrease this hallucination to nearly 0. Okay, and then the multilingual consistency, we achieved to stabilize it at more than 93% of accuracy, coming from less than 50%. So it was a really dramatic increase in terms of stability and avoidance of threat. Okay, and we also improve pretty significantly the vulnerability against drug poisoning. Okay, which was also another problem. We continue to work with this client. We do the testing recurrently. Whenever we find new vulnerabilities, we apply the new remediations to make sure that this continues to operate in a safe way. Okay, and this is being a really successful case, and the bank is looking forward to amplify and put even more agents, no, in production in the near future, together with the help of NeuralTrust. Let's show maybe another example. This is an airline, okay, that basically was putting together some public-facing customer support chatbots. Okay, this airline has more than 12 million passengers last year, and they have a ton of basically customer-facing interactions. Okay, so the idea has been to put a generative AI chatbot to support customers. Of course, they had also the concern of security. Okay, there has been already precedents, no, in customers going against an airline due to the responses of a chatbot. Okay, this was, for example, the case in Air Canada, where one passenger sued the company because of an answer that the chatbot had given. No? So they were really concerned about security, and the approach here was basically to help them with all the testing and observability of all their AI assets, okay, to make sure that they had the control and visibility of anything that was happening, okay. And we were able basically to improve the resiliency of the systems to a very, very high number, on more than 91%. Okay, so this was also a pretty successful case, in this case of a public-facing AI chatbot. Okay, but the volume of interactions made it like super important, no, to keep all the observability and visibility of these assets. Okay, so, and finally, I have another case study. The third one, this is also an airline, in this case with more than 30 million passengers. And yeah, they had basically a customer-facing agentic chatbot that helped with flight search, trip recommendations, etc. Okay, and they wanted basically to make sure that it was safe when in production. And here we deployed all the threat and risk detection tools. I want to mention also that we integrated with their systems, their CM systems, so they had in the same point basically all the alerts and monitors that they needed in AI security together with the traditional cybersecurity ones, right? And here we were able basically to execute a lot of battery of tests and increase dramatically also the resilience of the systems. Okay, so yeah, just wanted to showcase here some examples on how we work with customers. Just want to finish with some remarks, okay, which is like the trust is the foundation of any technological improvement in society. And how to build trust is basically by embedding transparency, security, and reliability. Okay, the impact of having this AI in production in a safe way can be really significant in enterprise settings. So it's very important to combine the innovation with security related to this technology. And we are here together with Bentego to help every enterprise in the Turkish region adopt AI, generative AI in a safe way. Okay, and of course, we will be happy to tackle any question that you may have in relation to that.
Yeah, thank you, Alejandro. Very impressive presentation. Thank you very much. So yeah, I think we can get the questions from the audience. Do you see the question from Ulash? Is that solution supports private cloud installation, air-gapped?
Yes. Thanks so much. Yeah, so we support, we support private cloud installation. In fact, we have 3 different deployment models. One that is fully either on-premise or in your private cloud. A second one, which is SaaS, which is in our infrastructure. And then we have a hybrid mode. We have separated our architecture in two pieces. One is the control plane and the other one, the data plane. So many times clients want to have the data plane, where all the data resides on their private cloud, and then have the control plane in a SaaS mode. Okay, so yeah, we do support private cloud installation and also this hybrid setting that is helpful many times. Okay, this second question, is there any vendor lock-in risk? I wouldn't say that. I think there is not such risk. We basically, it's in our interest as well as the clients to make sure that all the security operations are bulletproof. And basically to work with clients to be successful in that terms. And yeah, so far all the clients we have worked with continue to work with us. But of course, there are also other solutions in the market that we compete against, and we just want to make sure that we give the best service and the best technology. Okay, next question. Okay, how would you position?
Hi, 2 questions. How would you position your threat detection offerings versus vendors who operate in adversarial exposure validation that are also expanding their expertise into securing or validating controls on the AI supply chain? Is remediation covered by the platform, or the issues are sent to broader remediation workflows via SIEM and SOR?
Yeah, in regards to the first one, okay, so what are the main differences? First of all, we are very verticalized in AI security, and we have built the most comprehensive catalog of AI-related attacks, okay? And this covers all the attacks from the OWASP, Mitre Atlas, and also attacks that our research team is putting together, like the echo chamber that I was mentioning at the beginning. So one is the comprehensiveness of the attack catalog. The second important topic is the fact that we customize the tests with a connection to the knowledge base or let's say that an agent has a RAC, for example. we connect to it and we are able to customize all these tests basically to every single use case of the applications and agents. And then the third important part is that basically you can schedule it to run automatically without any need of a human being after that, and run it, for example, every month, right? To make sure that the systems are not having drift, okay? So this makes our platform really comprehensive. It has been built for enterprise security. And yeah, it's helping many clients already being able to test against like the latest attacks, including multi-turn attacks, for example, which is something that almost nobody covers nowadays in the market. Okay. In regards to the second question, we do offer remediation solutions. So, for example, when we identify that with jailbreak testing, we identify vulnerabilities, we provide the solution as the runtime security product with a certain configuration to make sure that these jailbreaks don't break the system. And it is also true that we integrate with CM and SOAR systems so that the alerts when the incidents are happening, or wherever there is like a malicious attempt from an attacker, this comes together with the other attacks that the cybersecurity team is dealing with. The idea is that, we don't add another layer of the complexity to these teams that are already many times underwater, but on the opposite, they can continue working on their tools and just managing also this new category of risks of AI security.
Okay, and another question. Due to GDPR or other legal regulations, restrictions may sometimes be encountered. In this context, how do you ensure security for customers, both on premises and in the cloud?
Yeah, really good question, Omer. Thank you so much. We basically ensure that data resides in the regions that the clients need to put it. When we do it in SaaS mode, of course, if we install on premises, no data goes outside of the infrastructure of the client, and thus we fully comply with all with the GDPR and all the regulations that are applying to this customer. Okay, so yeah, when we are in the cloud, we ensure basically the tenant is in the specified regions and the providers are the right ones, the trusted ones, and then on premise it's basically all locked in the client infrastructure.
Okay, there is another question regarding the Guardian agent. Does the system learn and adapt automatically, or does it require manual intervention to update the rules?
No, thank you so much, Ikan, for the question. Yeah, it's a very interesting concept, the Guardian agents, because they learn from experience. Okay, so the outputs and all the observations that the Guardian agents are doing, also input that may come from humans, right? Like, for example, okay, this was an attack, you didn't catch it. The Guardian agent learns from this experience and updates their own capabilities. Okay, so they get more and more robust over time, and this is something that makes them incredibly reliable over time. Because at the end of the day, when you set up the first time, it's very difficult to get the 100% of cases. But over time, as they learn, they become more and more robust.
Okay, is there any other question? I think no. Okay, then we can wrap up. Alejandro, thank you so much for this presentation. I mean, very comprehensive solution for AI security, AI governance, which is the hot topic of this year and will be more important in the next year in 2026 and onwards. So we are happy to hear as NeuralTrust and Bentego to provide this solution to customers in Turkey. And I would ask everyone to just give me a call or text me or drop me an email, so that Alejandro and myself can organize a specific session for your company. It can be an online meeting, or it can be face to face. We can organize, and also we can organize the demo that you require from NeuralTrust. We can set up it for you very quickly.
Yeah, we are from our side. We are extremely happy with the partnership with Bentego. I promise when I come to Turkey soon to learn some Turkish words. Okay, don't expect me to do a whole demo in Turkish, but I promise to try to get as good as I can in Turkish, and looking forward to work with all the clients in the Turkish region together with Bentego to make sure that you can deploy this AI technology in a safe way.
Okay, thank you very much, and thank you very much everyone for joining and for your questions. Have a nice day and have a nice weekend from now. Keep in touch. Take care. Bye.
Let's keep in touch. Thank you so much.